Hi everyone, it's Chef Mitosu Crafts and welcome to the Global Stampin Video Hop with the theme of papers. So today I'll be creating a card featuring the two-tone cardstock, and this particular one is the Reindeer Memories two-tone. So in the pack you get garden green, granny apple green, early espresso, pecan pie, and real red. And what's great about these cardstock is its white core and the two sides are two different colors, so hence two-tone. So for my card today I'll be using the real red and pairing that up with the Reindeer Fun. So with the white core, it's what's great about these is you can emboss it and sand it up to see the white core. So that's pretty much the technique that I'll be using today. I've got two pieces of real red, or three really, 1/5 of an inch by 3 3/4 of an inch, or that's 9.5 centimeters by 4 centimeters. I've just stuck that down together, and this one is 3 3/4 of an inch by 2 3/4 of an inch, or that is 7 centimeters by 9.5 centimeters. So that's actually 6 inches or 15.2 in total ish. So the embossing folder that I'll be using for the two panels is the Forever Play 3D embossing folder. There you go. So I'm just gonna slot that in, and because the Stampin' Up logo is there, that's gonna be the embossed side. So I want the darker side facing up, lining that up, and I'm just gonna emboss that. So you can either use a sand block or nail file, or even I've got this sand eraser that does take a long time. I do have a nail file, so I'm just going to rub off those raised areas. We're independent Stampin' Up demonstrators based in the UK, so if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, Netherlands, Belgium, or Ireland, you can purchase current Stampin' Up products from our online shop. Here we go. So the more you sand, the more white will show. So it's got the distressed look. And because it's real red, so you already have the two-tone, I want to add a bit more contrast, or just to showcase the difference in the real reds. So I've got my real red ink, and I'm just going to quickly ink blend on top of that. Check the description below for the product links as well as the next video in the hop. Once we have the ink out, I'm just going to stamp my sentiment. Now the Merry Christmas is actually quite long to what I want, so I'm going to use two sentiments and bring them together and stack them together. So I'm using the edge of the ink pad to ink up the word that I need. Line that up against the bottom of the cardstock, and then do the same for the Mary. And stamp that on top. And that can just be trimmed. I'm also going to be using a pre-colored deer from one of my online coloring masterclass using stamping blends. So the coordinating dies, that just needs to be die cut. And now we can just construct our card. So we have a piece of basic white 5.5 by 8.25, 14 centimeters by 21 centimeters. And I'm just gonna double check that these two matches the pattern, because I'm just gonna do it edge to edge like so. You can do more variation of the real red by stamping as well. I'm just gonna do one on the end. Ooh. Or embrace the wonk and make that all wonky, but I'm gonna keep it, or try to keep it straight. Keeping in mind the border. So it should have the same border on the sides and then top and bottom. Or on one side and top and bottom. There you go. And to show off the white core as well, I'm just gonna tear off the edge of this. And before I stick that down, I will wrap this baker's twine at the back. I've gone ahead and trimmed the sentiment and die cut the deer and also added dimensionals at the back. So before I stick this down, I'm just gonna double check that that's where I want to be, the baker's twine. So it looks okay. So I'm just gonna stick that down. You could always add some more dimensionals if preferred in the sentiment along the bottom. And finally, to finish up, we have our embellishment, real red and white peppermints. There we go. That's my card featuring the two-tone cardstock with the Reindeer Fun Bundle for Christmas. I do have another card with the two-tone featuring the early espresso, and I use Changing Leaves bundle with the embossing folder, dies, and stamp. And the mushrooms are from Inspirational Sketches. I hope you enjoyed that and play with the two-tone cardstock sometime soon. Thanks again for joining me today. Until next time, bye!